Hey gang, it's Maria here from HockeyTrainingPro.com and UltimateGoalieTraining.com, and this video is actually a custom program that I have designed for a goalie that I train online. His time is pretty limited, but he still wants to perform and compete and attend some elite goalie camps this summer. So this is what I've put together for him. Keep in mind it's part of a detailed program, so maybe you'll just watch this for a few exercise ideas. He has a very strong training background. We've been working together for I think about 3 years now, so this isn't a beginner level workout, but again, you might pick up 1 or 2 ideas that you'd like to add to your routine. So here we go. So this is a part of your mobility preparation, and it's a toe touch with a towel roll is what I called it in your workout. I like to use a yoga block, but basically you're just going to put the yoga block or the towel roll right between your knees, but bring your feet right together. My heels are elevated on a 25-pound plate, so they're elevated by about, that would be probably 2 inches, 1 3/4. And then you're going to do a nice tall overhead reach, come down for a toe touch. Now, if you have to bend your knees a little bit to get so that your fingers can touch the floor, that's fine. Okay, you're trying to keep your knees straight, but if you have to bend them a little bit to get down, that's okay. So you'll do your number of repetitions that way, but then you'll do equal number of repetitions the other way. So the first set, my heels were on the 25-pound plate, and this time I'm putting my toes on the 25-pound plate, and I'm coming forward again. So that's to try and sort of stretch out and loosen up your posterior chain, calves, hamstrings, glutes, and back extensors. For the reverse lunge with oblique reach, you're going to step back. So if I step back with my right leg, I'm going to do a little reach back and away over my left side. So reverse lunge and a little reach in the opposite direction. Again, not forcing it, thinking more reaching up and back. For your hockey pass with the bungee, what you're going to do is just make a little loop in your bungee like that. This is my medium bungee, and then bring it around sort of the heel of your stick. If it wants to keep creeping up, you can just even tape it a little bit. But basically, you'll just have it around there, and then you're just going to come through, but I want to get nice little torso, so it's really the core activation that I'm going for, coming around. You could also do backhand on that as well, so forehand and backhand, but remember to keep strong torso and think about kind of getting a little snap of the hips to help with that. For the plank on a bench with a knee drive, it doesn't matter if it's a bench, it could just be a chair or a stool or whatever, but it's just maintaining your neutral back and then bringing one knee up. So the big thing is not to round your back as you bring that knee up. Reverse plank with a knee drive is much harder. So you're going to come into this reverse plank position, so you're using your hamstrings, your glutes, your back extensors, and then you're going to try a knee drive as well without letting your hips drop down when you lift the leg for the knee drive. For your single leg squat, you'll just hold some dumbbells, squatting down until you get to about a 90-degree angle at your knee, or thigh parallel would be ideal, but just see how it feels on your knees. Make sure that your knee doesn't fall in as you squat down, and make sure you're reaching back with your hips. The stability ball push-up to knee drive. Again, keeping a neutral back position. Don't let your back round. Just have this bungee anchored low on my power rack. What I want you to do is chop from low to high. There will be a little bit of shoulder rotation, but really want the majority of the rotation to come sort of through the hips and the torso, so it all moves together in one unit from low to high, as opposed to keeping your hips straight ahead and just turning your shoulders. So you'll pull from low, about hip level, and you'll finish high, about shoulder level. Glute bridge with a leg lift. So keep your nice double leg glute bridge position, keeping your hips level, and then lift one leg. And this hip shouldn't dip down at all. For the T-bar row, you'll just use a standard Olympic barbell. You'll put some plates on the end like that. That's your resistance. And then for hockey players, I like to use a towel because it forces you to work your grip a little bit better. But if you're doing this, you could use like a V handle like you would see on a cable column at the gym or something like that. But a towel works just great. The big thing here is to keep your good neutral back position. So don't round your back. Even when you pick the bar up, make sure you get your butt down and just lift it a couple inches off the floor using your legs. And then you'll row straight in just with your arms. So don't put your back into it. Just use your arms. And you can see that at the top, my body angle is about even with the bar angle. That's a T-bar row. The straight arm rotator, again, I'm using my medium bungee, but if everything feels fine, you go to a heavy bungee. You're going to start with your arms straight out in front. You'll pivot on your back leg. You'll come around with a pause. Again, my hips and my shoulders come around together. I'm using my abdominal muscles, my core muscles, to kind of lock my ribs to my hips. And pause when you get around there so that you're really controlling that rotation. Well, this one will be a little bit embarrassing because I'm kind of terrible at it. I'm an ideas girl, but I want to do a little stick handling while you're doing your hurdle over and back. So just keeping nice control. And then sort of mix up the pattern a little bit. I'm looking down too much. I'd like you looking up. You can even put a cone here so that you're going to pull the ball this way and then bring it around this way. Mix up the pattern. I know you are way more skilled in that than I am, so I think you get the idea. So this is a little micro hurdle step over to drop back. And I want you to keep your good low athletic position. Think of stick hand, glove hand. And then you're going to get a nice push, push, but then it'll be a little pivot, drop, drop, pivot, drop, drop. So head up, watching the play. This is your seated hip internal rotation. So sit up tall, bring your hands right beside your legs, and then knees apart. So there's your new workout. I hope that you like it. We'll chat about it shortly on the phone. I think it's a good one. I've switched it up a little bit in the way it's put together, but it's to kind of save you a little bit of time and so that we can do a little bit more energy system training as we get closer to those camps. So, and those of you that are just kind of watching and creeping in, I hope you found maybe one or two things that that you think you could add to your own training. So everybody have a great day. This is Maria from hockeytrainingpro.com and ultimategoalietraining.com.